Ladies and gentlemen, welcome. Today I'm going to tell you a story about John. John, on a random Sunday night, checks his credit card bill, and boom, there's a charge of 1499 from Amazon Prime. Again, he barely watches Prime Video. He doesn't remember ordering anything from Prime Video at all. So he finally opens his laptop to cancel the subscription. And then the wall hits. Page after page. Are you sure? Do you want a reminder? You will lose benefits. Eventually, he gets frustrated, closes the tab, and tells himself, I'll do it later. Except he never does. This isn't a one off story, it's a playbook. A playbook designed not just to frustrate you, but to manipulate you with your own psychology. In fact, even the US Federal Trade Commission got involved, accusing Amazon of using what they themselves called the Iliad to describe their cancellation flow. Not just because it's long, but because it's epic, as in epically exhausting. To cancel Prime, you have to go through 6+ screens, guilt heavy language like end my benefits, are you really sure? And these constant pop-ups that are hitting on your screen while you want to cancel a subscription. John's mic clicking through cancellation pop-up buttons like keep my benefits in bold blue while cancel is grayed out. This isn't bad design. It's intentional via these companies. It's called a dark pattern and it's built to hijack your brain. A dark pattern is a user experience trick that nudges or drags you into doing something you didn't mean to do. It's not a bug, it's a design with a goal. For example, when subscribers accidentally subscribe to Amazon, it's not an accident. Amazon strategically lays out specific buttons in certain conditions where you can subscribe, and there are also hidden tools where they can hide the subscription and not even let you realize while you're making the purchase. These patterns work because they're backed by deep human psychology, and Prime uses several of them together. And that is what we are going to talk about today. The first psychological factor that has an effect on you while you're canceling your Prime is called loss aversion. We feel the pain of losing something twice as strongly as the joy of gaining something equal. So when Amazon tells you you lose Prime Video, fast delivery, exclusive offers, it feels like a loss, even if you haven't used those features in months. Your brain goes, let's just keep it, we'll use it later. Red loss icons fading out, cross out track, all of these are ways to put you in a loss aversion. The second thing that we're going to talk about is the endowment effect. Once we feel ownership of something, even for a short while, we overvalue it. That free 30-day trial, it's not just a sample, it's designed to make Prime feel like yours. So canceling doesn't feel like a decision. It feels like giving up. It's a psychological trap. I already have this, why give it away? The third psychological aspect that has been used by Prime is called the friction design. A little resistance can create a big behavioral shift. Amazon makes canceling just annoying enough that you give up. What you get are confusing buttons, redirects, pop ups, special offers when trying to cancel. Your brain, which is wired to avoid unnecessary effort, says, not now. These tiny friction pebbles stacking up turns into a wall of frictions that you eventually say, let me just do it later. The fourth psychological trick used by Amazon is called the default bias. We tend to stick with whatever option is set as the default. Prime is auto renewed. You have to go out of your way to turn it off, and most people never really do. Auto renewal, switch already flipped on, big green buttons looks normal. What it conveys is it hinders your ability to click cancel. These are the visual clues that Amazon uses to deceive you. And Amazon's not alone. There are plenty of companies that you can see in your daily life uses these techniques that are somewhat ethical and somewhat not ethical in terms of the tricks that they use. If you think about Tinder Gold, if you think about gyms, you always have to show up in person to cancel the gym. Indian OTT apps hide cancellation and obscure some menus. It's called the Roach Motel design. Easy to get in, almost impossible to get out. The most powerful thing here isn't the buttons, it's that your brain is helping them trap you. Loss aversion, friction, habit, defaults, these aren't bugs in your decision making. They're features. And businesses have learned how to code with them. You think you're in control, but unless you understand what they're using, you're not even playing your own game. Which leaves us with a deep question. Do you think these practices are fair? Do you consider it as a smart UI design? Or is it behavioral manipulation? Do you think these designs are okay for businesses to promote their business? Or do you think it's a form of cheating and manipulating your mind? Do drop your thoughts in comments, and I'm looking forward to hearing what you think about the video.